Good morning. It's a beautiful day today. I'm sitting here in the circle again, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about the video transmission of the light codes activation. I have taken my time with putting together what I felt like I needed to share, and I'm always open for questions, and you can put those in the comments because I do read the comments. And please share this video with whomever you feel led to share it with, and share the actual light code activation video. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I got to this and what has transpired over the last few years. I've talked a little bit about it, but in 2019, was in a really bad wreck, and I was pinned into a semi for a few hours. It did different things to my body that had to be healed. I couldn't come to my cabin because I couldn't even get up on the porch at that time. But as I healed and got where I could be by myself again, excuse me, I was ready to come back to the cabin. I knew a big part of my healing was there for me. And so I came back to my cabin, and of course I've worked with Grandpa Fire for a very long time. He has been a part of my ceremonies, of my times when I needed answers, and he has always been there. So each morning I would get up at the cabin and I would go outside and I would light the fire. And of course I talked with Grandpa Fire about how I felt that day, and I was so looking forward to my physical body being healed, but my emotional body as well. There was a lot of trauma in the wreck, and the wreck was a blessing. So many blessings have come out of that wreck that I'll talk about sometime in another video. I was always supported through the whole time by the Bigfoot people who had been with me since I was a little girl, and the Star people as well. But one morning I was sitting there with Grandpa Fire, and I saw this written language across the fire that was within the flames. And so I took photos of it, and it was such a wonderful thing for me to see. And there were many times that Grandpa Fire brought the light language for me to see. They were part of my healing And I'm so thankful for that. The light language progressed. The written language of light language progressed to it being in the clouds, in water, and on the ground. So I was seeing it in the 4 elements, which became even more special to me after, I guess, maybe 3 years. I began to understand a little more about what was going on. And then at the cabin, I had my first contact with a star being that was a part of bringing this video to life, and many others came. So on this journey over those few years, I began to understand more and more. And the star people talked with me and explained some things. As Kashima, my grandfather and teacher, who is an ancient of the primal people, which people call Sasquatch or Bigfoot and other names as well. He is an ancient and works throughout the universe with the star people. They were actually star people before they came to Earth, and are still basically that. But we'll talk about that some other time as well. So one of the things that I was told that the star people, this group, were doing was in working with the elements. But they told me that they were working with the 5 elements. And they explained that as they are working with earth, fire, air, and water. And the 5th element was space. And spirit resides in space. And so there were the 5 elements that they are working through. They are working with the earth and her energies, and with humanity as well. I think it's a beautiful day for a small airplane to fly too. I hear it overhead. So that made a lot of sense to me when I remembered how the light language had come to me. It came to me in the elements. It came on the earth, it came in the water, it came in the air, and it came in the fire. And that was another one of those aha moments where what you had been told is then told again in a different manner that actually lets you understand it on a deeper level. Now, 3 days before I was allowed to video the light code activation, I had been in my way of mindfulness. And I said prayers, I drum, I do several different things. But each night I would come out and meditate and connect with everything that was here. And so on the third day, the energies were phenomenal. And they had been building from the first day. The first day, I could feel them very well, the shift. And the second day, they were amazing. And it was like riding a wave. And I know that night, sleeping on the platform, I had asked them to help me adjust to the energies. And immediately after my asking that, I went to sleep and did not wake up until the morning. And so on that third day, that evening, I came down, I said my prayers and sent out love. I connected with that heart space, sharing love with the universe and to them, and began to talk to them, telling them how much I loved what it was that they were doing for this Earth Mother and for us. And I looked down this little path, and there was a light being standing there, and all I saw was like a rod that was vertical that would come closer to me and then would back away from me. And so as it came closer to me, the energy would increase. And I just sat very still. And then it backed away. And then it was gone. It was just a little after that I began to see the light codes. And I actually saw them and watched them for just a little bit before I asked, if I could video this. I wasn't even for sure that I should. So I always ask. And I was told yes to video it. And so I put my phone up and I clicked on the camera, but I couldn't see it through the camera for just a second. And then it was there. And I continued to video. I stopped it before the codes were through because I just knew at that point I was supposed to stop it. And so I watched for just a very small amount of time as the codes then began to go away. So this is how the video came to me. I was told that they allowed me to do this, and actually they had already decided that this was how it was going to transpire, because this was to be shared, and they knew that regardless of what people said or called me or anything else, that I would share this, because this is about humanity. This is about our earth. This isn't about me by myself at all. This is about all of us. And I will share it. And I have begun to share it. And that's an important thing for me. The light codes activation transmission codes hold a higher vibrational significance. They are a connection to our higher vibrational self. The codes are vibrational imprints that are embedded in the light. And the light comes through quantum energy. They come from higher dimensions and have the ability to activate the consciousness of humanity as well as our own, which helps to speed up our vibrational growth. Quantum physics tells us light not only comes in particles, but as waves, which transfer information through the light spectrum. These waves interact with the electromagnetic field of our bodies. And the aura, if you know what your aura is, it's considered to be a part of the electromagnetic field that surrounds our bodies. But it emanates from the heart. The codes have no limitations of time or space. They are accessible to any who want to unlock the code to help them with transforming their potential, whatever that may be. Light codes carry divine frequencies of information. The codes have the ability to awaken consciousness and connect us to our true spiritual self, which is our higher self. These codes open us to higher states of awareness. And as we open ourselves to the light codes, we will notice gentle nudges in our understanding. Our ability to tap into the wisdom of the universe grows. The light codes can bring you bliss. You will feel that bliss, which is a feeling of love and joy and connection to everything. And this bliss is carried by those light codes to the deepest parts of our being. The codes have many kinds of information, such as healing, seeing the complete self of who you are, and beginning to understand and connect to our galactic neighbors, and many more. You can set your intention for whatever higher vibrational information you want to access. And within each code, there can be other types of information as well. I've been told there are over 1 million codes within this video. A person's heart must be open to their higher self to be able to access the light codes to gain an understanding. And the codes will be encoded into every cell of the body, opening to your super consciousness, which connects the brain to the heart. When you decide to open to the light codes, ask yourself, what is your intent in doing so? You will be opening your higher self's consciousness in a way you may never have before. You will be accessing divine understanding of this wondrous universe we are a part of. The light codes cannot be misused in any way. For anyone to connect to the wisdom of the codes, your heart has to be open. The light codes are divine, higher wisdom of the universe. There are many ways to connect to the energy and understanding. Having yourself in the right space is very important. When I decide to connect to the light codes, I do 3 days of preparing myself. I care for myself in various ways, such as eating things that I know nourish my body in a good way. And I'll also extra careful about the media information that I watch. That's a very, very important thing. Making sure it's a higher vibrational information. What we feed ourselves, whether it's our mind or our body, is always important, but preparing for a connection to the universal divine is even more so. Whatever way you choose to connect with the higher vibrational energies will help you as well. Visualization, meditation, working with sound energy, crystal bowls, listening to videos with vibrational healing energies are just some of the ways to prepare yourself for accessing the information of the light codes. Remember to open your heart and fill yourself with love and share it out to the universe. Whatever you choose to ready yourself for the information of the light codes, you may set your intention for specific information. If you want to know something about a healing way, set your intention for that information to be revealed to you. There is no end to the information that you can be given, and it can come in many ways. You may know the answers to questions you have had and receive guidance in how to understand how you know. Information could come in dreams or visions while you're sitting in a still space. Some will be encoded as if it were a library you can access when you are opening your heart to the higher dimensions. Accessing these codes with pure intention and an open heart is such a special thing. If you have a problem knowing what to ask for, set your intention for your higher self to be brought the information you need. The video transmission of the light codes brings different way to access as well. Looping the video helps to extend the time you are actually watching the codes. Prepare your room where you will be watching. Having the room completely dark helps to see the codes a little more clearly. My camera is not the best, so the video is not a high-resolution video. And sometimes a larger screen also helps. After you prepare yourself to receive the codes, keep yourself in a heart space and begin to watch the transmission. When you are finished watching, stay connected to your heart space for however long you feel connected. The optimum time to do this is right before you go to bed. I also suggest that if there is a place in the video you feel connected to take a screenshot and meditate while looking at the screenshot you took. This was given to me to share with everyone, and it is for each person to decide if they choose to connect. I'm just a cosmic gardener planting seeds in the universe. My cosmic name was given to me many years ago by the ancestor grandmothers. I am Grandmother Shining Star. And as I said, if you have questions, put them in the comments and share this. It is so important to share it. It was given to me to be shared. As I said, it doesn't belong to me. It's not mine and only mine. This is for everyone. And I'm sending you so many blessings of love. And be kind. Be kind to yourself. Kindness is a superpower.